Hey guys, good afternoon out there on the interwebs. My name is Jared. This is my channel Mazda B3K. And in this video, it's going to be kind of a shorter one, but it's going to be for a hood removal and replacement on my Mazda B series. Is behind me here, Victoria. This is the last step needed to get the full Ranger look in the front. Because if you take a look right now, and let me flip the camera here. This is with the hood fully down. It's still a B series hood, and you can see there's a pretty sizable gap. And the Ranger hood comes down a little more, so that gap cleans up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Without further ado, let's get started. So we've got 4 bolts, 2 on each hinge. They're 8mm bolts, not a big deal. But before we do that, we do need to disconnect the electrical for this. And we also have, in my case, a rather sad looking and beat up engine ground strap. You gotta disconnect, but that's easy. Done. The electrical comes out here. I've got cough drops in my mouth, so my voice sounds funny. Comes down here, and it's one of those push down with your thumb and pull. So I'm going to go get a flathead, take care of that. We'll see this LED I installed go out, and we'll be good. So yeah, back in a bit. Little side note, the power cable to this hood light was mangled on my replacement hood. This part's okay, but the connector and all that. So I have fished this out. Just as you can see, there's a couple of push pins there for guidance. And I'll just go ahead and swap that over when I swap the hoods. Guys, at this point the hood is completely free. Be careful once you're down to that final bolt, because the hood's really going to shift. You pull it, the only reason why this thing's still up is the prop rod's holding it up. Be nice as you get ready to grab it and move it. This is really a 2-man job, but it's just me out here today, so I'm going to have to wrestle with it. Because if you've got good paint up here or good glass, you don't want to scratch it up, nick it up. Just pay attention to that as you begin to loosen these bolts. Now, in my case, and in the case of a removal reinstallation, if it's your old hood that you're going to put back on, maybe you're doing paint or something, take a paint pen, Sharpie, something, mark an outline around where the hinge lines up. As you can see from a previous job, I have that there. And here you make an outline, so that way you line your bolts up and you get that nice clean panel gap running through here. Now I'm swapping in a new hood, so I'm just gonna have to fiddle fart with it until I get the panel gap I want. So let me get this hood off. I'm gonna run it over there, and the replacement hood, if you've seen the other video, I don't know if I have it up yet or not, but that's the replacement. And that horrible patch job, that's me. Not horrible, but it just looks horrible. So let's keep it moving. Old hood off. New hood positioned. So still need to hook up the light. Get the hinges attached. Connect the ground, but I managed to manhandle it over. Did not realize that was there. That will have to be addressed at a later time, because that is why I did this. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this fixed. Swap this in. Make all that magic happen, and I'll bring you back. So, pro tip. Before you start using a trim tool, which this is my trusty trim tool, use it for everything. Before you start using a trim tool, Pop these guys out so you can get access to all the stuff in here. Pop that out. Get some bolts in so you don't almost accidentally send your hood into your windshield. Ask me how I know. Alright, so as you can see, maybe not see, let me zoom in a little bit. Got that wire reran, and the light is now working and plugged in. And it's working and plugged in because it has a way back to ground. That's what this is. And I still have the hinge bolts loose, as you can see. So now it's just down to fiddle farting with that until we get the hood alignment that we want. Bring you back when I'm done. I finally got it on. My suggestion to you is have one bolt on each side that is almost tight but not quite, so you can still wiggle the hood backwards and forwards. Close the hood like so. When I say close, I mean all the way. See, I have an issue here. There. And then you want to look at this panel gap between your firewall and the hood. You want to line that up right. You want to check your panel gap here with your fender. And check it over here with your other fender. See, it's tight, but it works. And most importantly, when you latch it up here, that meant the hood's in a position where it's going to go and catch both of the catches. So you'll be able to pop this back open. I would do that. If you need to wiggle things, you can wiggle it, but at the same time, when you open the hood to tighten it, those two bolts that you left almost tight will hold it until you can snug them in position, and then life is good. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the hood installation video. Installation, I guess, and alignment. Not much to it. I mean, the truck looks ugly as sin now, but it is now fully a Ranger. So that will also bring it into the Ranger transformation video series. If you're coming from that, if you just found this off a random search, this will teach you how to do basic hood installation removal for Ranger or B series. If you learned something, put it in the comments. If you got some criticism about something, put that in the comments too. I strive to learn and improve. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later.